What if the reason a woman becomes obsessed with a man has almost nothing to do with his looks, his money, or how many messages he sends her? What if the real difference is psychological? Because attraction doesn't always grow when you give someone more attention. Sometimes, the more you chase, explain, prove, and pursue, the less emotionally interesting you become. And sometimes, a simple change in the way you communicate can make a woman think about you long after the conversation ends. But before we go any further, understand something important. This video isn't about manipulating women, playing toxic mind games, or trying to control someone's emotions. You cannot, and should not, force someone to become obsessed with you. What you can learn is how attraction, curiosity, emotional connection, confidence, and anticipation actually work. And when you understand those psychological principles, you stop trying so hard to impress someone and start becoming someone they genuinely want to know more about. Today, I'm giving you 7 psychological principles that can make you far more memorable, attractive, and emotionally compelling to a woman. Some of these will completely change the way you text. Some will change the way you behave around her. And one of them might explain why a woman can lose interest in a man who is doing everything he thinks is right. So stay until number 7, because the final principle isn't about what you say to her. It's about the emotional experience she associates with you. And that is where attraction becomes much more powerful. 1. Don't give her everything at once. Create curiosity. One of the fastest ways to become predictable is to reveal everything about yourself immediately. Your entire life story, your feelings, your plans, your insecurities, your intentions, your availability, and every detail of what you think about her. It might feel honest, but psychologically, there's a problem. There is nothing left to discover. Human beings naturally pay attention to things that contain unanswered questions. Think about a movie. If someone tells you the entire ending in the first 5 minutes, you probably won't feel much desire to continue watching. But when the story gives you pieces, when something doesn't completely make sense, when you want to know what happens next, your attention becomes stronger. The same principle can apply to attraction. Imagine a woman asks, "What's your biggest dream?" Instead of giving her a 20-minute biography, you could say, "I've got one that I've been working toward for a while. I'll tell you about it when the timing is right." Now you've created a small, unanswered question. Not a manipulation, not a game, just curiosity. And here's the important distinction. Mystery doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not. It means allowing someone to discover you gradually. Don't hide your personality. Don't deliberately ignore her. Don't manufacture jealousy. Simply don't feel the need to explain your entire existence on the first few conversations. Let your personality unfold naturally. Because attraction often grows through discovery. She learns something about you today, then something unexpected tomorrow. And suddenly, instead of thinking, "I already know everything about him," she's thinking, "There's something about this guy I still haven't figured out." And curiosity creates attention. 2. Make her feel seen, not just complimented. Most men understand compliments. "You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Your smile is amazing." There's nothing wrong with those compliments. But here's the problem. Thousands of women have heard them before. A generic compliment tells her what she looks like. A meaningful observation tells her that you actually notice who she is. There's a huge psychological difference. Instead of, "You're really beautiful," you might say, "You seem like someone who doesn't open up easily." But once you trust someone, you become completely different. That's not simply praising her appearance. You're communicating. "I'm paying attention." And being genuinely understood can create a much deeper emotional connection than being constantly complimented. Think about the difference. A woman might receive dozens of messages telling her she's attractive. But if a man notices something subtle about her personality that other people overlook, that interaction can become memorable. Maybe she always takes care of everyone else, but rarely talks about herself. Maybe she becomes quiet when something genuinely matters to her. Maybe she's extremely confident professionally, but surprisingly shy when discussing her emotions. Notice those things. Not because you're trying to hack her brain, because genuine attention is attractive. And this works both ways. If you want emotional connection, stop thinking only about, "How can I make her like me?" Start thinking, "Who is this person actually standing in front of me?" That's a completely different mindset. And ironically, it often makes you more attractive. Because you're no longer performing. You're connecting. 3. Don't be available every second. Have a life she wants to enter. This is one of the most misunderstood principles in dating. Some men here don't always be available, and they turn it into ignore her for 3 days. That's not confidence. That's a game. The real principle is much simpler. Your life should not disappear the moment a woman enters it. If you're constantly waiting for her message, checking whether she's online, responding within 3 seconds every time, canceling your plans whenever she asks, eventually, your entire emotional world begins revolving around her. And that's not attractive. A healthy man has things that matter to him: his work, his goals, his friends, his health, his hobbies, his family, his ambitions, his own peace. So when she texts him, he doesn't think. Finally, she replied, "My entire day is saved." He thinks, "Great, I'll respond when I have the time." That's completely different energy. And here's the psychological effect. When someone sees that you genuinely enjoy your life without needing constant attention from them, they begin to understand something important. Your attention has value because it isn't automatically available. But don't fake busyness. Don't post fake stories to make her jealous. Don't deliberately leave messages unread. Don't manufacture scarcity. Actually build a life. Because the strongest version of "don't be too available" is not pretending you're busy. It's becoming genuinely busy with a meaningful life. You don't want a woman thinking, "How can I make him chase me?" You want her thinking, "I want to be part of the life he's already building." His work, his goals, his friends, his health, his hobbies, his family, his ambitions, his own peace. So when she texts him, he doesn't think. Finally, she replied, "My entire day is saved." He thinks, "Great, I'll respond when I have the time." That's completely different energy. And here's the psychological effect. When someone sees that you genuinely enjoy your life without needing constant attention from them, they begin to understand something important. Your attention has value because it isn't automatically available. But don't fake busyness. Don't post fake stories to make her jealous. Don't deliberately leave messages unread. Don't manufacture scarcity. Actually build a life. Because the strongest version of "don't be too available" is not pretending you're busy. It's becoming genuinely busy with a meaningful life. You don't want a woman thinking, "How can I make him chase me?" You want her thinking, "I want to be part of the life he's already building." 4. Leave conversations at the right moment. Here's a psychological mistake many men make. They finally get a great conversation going. She's laughing. She's responding quickly. The energy is high. And instead of ending while the interaction is still exciting, they keep talking and talking and talking until eventually the conversation becomes, "Yeah, same. Haha. Good night." The emotional peak is gone. One powerful communication principle is knowing when to leave a positive interaction. Imagine you're having an amazing conversation with her. Instead of stretching it until neither person has anything left to say, you can simply say, "I've got to get back to something, but I enjoyed talking to you. We'll continue this later." And then actually leave. Why can this work? Because the interaction ended while the emotional experience was still positive. You're not disappearing. You're not punishing her. You're not trying to make her anxious. You're simply respecting your time and allowing the conversation to have a natural ending. And sometimes, the best conversations are the ones that leave you wanting another conversation. Think about music. A great song doesn't need to play forever. Eventually, it ends. And sometimes the fact that you want to hear it again is what makes it memorable. So don't measure connection by the number of messages you exchange. Measure it by the quality of the experience. 5. Use emotional variety. Don't become predictable. If every conversation with you feels exactly the same, attraction can become flat. Every day, "Good morning. How was your day? What are you doing? Did you eat? Good night." There's nothing wrong with these questions. But if that's all you ever bring to the interaction, you're creating a routine instead of an emotional experience. Human connection becomes more interesting when there is variety. Sometimes be playful. Sometimes be serious. Sometimes challenge an idea respectfully. Sometimes tell a funny story. Sometimes ask a deeper question. Sometimes simply listen. For example, instead of, "What's your favorite movie?" ask, "What movie completely changed the way you look at relationships?" Instead of, "How was your day?" try, "What was the most unexpected thing that happened today?" Instead of, "What do you like doing?" ask, "What is something you could talk about for 2 hours without getting bored?" These questions create room for personality. And here's the key: don't interrogate her. Ask something interesting, then actually listen to the answer. If she says something meaningful, explore it. If she jokes, play along. If she reveals something vulnerable, don't immediately turn it into advice. Sometimes emotional connection isn't created by saying the perfect thing. It's created by making someone feel comfortable enough to be themselves. 6. Don't try to prove your value. Let her experience it. This one is huge. A man who constantly tries to prove he's valuable often communicates the opposite. He talks about how much money he makes, how many women want him, how successful he is, how many people respect him, how busy he is, how different he is. He keeps telling her, "I'm not like other guys." But here's the problem. Real confidence rarely needs an advertisement. Imagine two men. The first one constantly tells everyone he's confident. The second man doesn't mention confidence at all. He speaks calmly. He keeps his promises. He has boundaries. He doesn't become desperate when someone disagrees with him. He can accept rejection without losing his self-respect. He doesn't need everyone to approve of him. Which one feels more confident? Exactly. Your value becomes more powerful when people can experience it rather than simply hear you announce it. So instead of saying, "I'm a loyal guy," be loyal. Instead of saying, "I'm ambitious," build something. Instead of saying, "I respect women," show respect. Instead of saying, "I don't chase," simply have enough self-respect that you don't chase someone who clearly doesn't want you. Your behavior is your strongest introduction. And when you stop trying to convince someone that you're valuable, you become much more grounded. 7. Give her a feeling she doesn't forget. This is the biggest principle of them all. People don't always remember every sentence you said. They remember how they felt around you. Think about your own life. You probably don't remember every word spoken by every person you've ever met, but you remember certain people instantly. The friend who made you laugh when you were going through a difficult time. The person who made you feel completely understood. The person who challenged you to become better. The person who made you feel safe enough to be honest. The person who brought out a version of yourself you didn't know existed. That's emotional memory. And if you want to become deeply memorable to someone, stop focusing exclusively on, "What can I say to make her obsessed with me?" Ask a better question. What does she feel when she's around me? Does she feel judged or understood? Does she feel pressured or comfortable? Does she feel like she has to perform? Or can she simply be herself? Does she feel like you're desperately trying to get something from her? Or does she feel that you're genuinely enjoying the moment with her? That difference is enormous. Because the strongest attraction isn't created when someone thinks, "He's trying really hard to make me like him." It's created when they think, "I don't know exactly what it is about him, but I feel different when I'm around him." The biggest mistake men make. Now let's bring all 7 principles together. Curiosity, being genuinely seen, having your own life, knowing when to end an interaction, creating emotional variety, demonstrating value instead of announcing it, and creating positive emotional experiences. None of these require manipulation. None require pretending to be someone you're not. And none guarantee that a particular woman will fall for you. Because attraction is not a vending machine. You don't insert 7 tricks and receive obsession. A woman has her own personality, her own experiences, her own standards, her own preferences, and her own choice. Your goal shouldn't be to control that choice. Your goal should be to become the kind of man who naturally creates attraction through confidence, emotional intelligence, purpose, and genuine connection. And there's one final shift that changes everything. Stop asking, "How do I make her obsessed with me?" Start asking, "Have I become someone worth remembering?" Because the desperate man asks, "How can I get her attention?" The confident man asks, "What am I building with my life?" The insecure man asks, "Does she like me?" The emotionally intelligent man asks, "Do we actually connect?" The man who needs validation says, "Choose me." The man who knows his worth says, "I hope we choose each other." And that's the difference. You don't need to manipulate a woman into thinking about you. Become memorable. You don't need to manufacture jealousy. Become fulfilled. You don't need to chase attention. Become someone with a life that deserves attention. You don't need to pretend you're mysterious. Simply have depth that takes time to discover. And you don't need every woman to want you. You need the right woman to recognize the man you've become. So the next time you're talking to a woman you genuinely like, don't focus on performing. Listen, notice, be playful, be honest, have standards, keep your own life. And most importantly, don't abandon yourself just because you want someone else to choose you. Because the most attractive thing you can bring into any relationship isn't a psychological trick. It's self-respect. And when a man develops that, he stops chasing obsession and starts building connection. If this video gave you a completely different perspective on attraction, don't just watch the next video. Use what you learned. Subscribe to Psyche Sync, because here we don't teach you how to manipulate people. We decode human nature so you can understand yourself, understand relationships, and become harder to emotionally control. And if you want more videos about the psychology of attraction, female psychology, male psychology, relationships, and the hidden behaviors people rarely talk about, subscribe now. Then comment one word below. Value. Because that's the real lesson of this entire video. Don't become obsessed with making someone obsessed with you. Become obsessed with becoming the strongest, healthiest, most self-respecting version of yourself. And let the right people notice. Decode human nature. Master yourself. Welcome to Psyche Sync.